Salute, man. Talk Nation, stand up is your boy. Welcome back, everybody. Before we get started, respect and blessings to the family of Errol Simmons, aka DMX. He is no longer with us. April 9th is when the legend became immortal. But tonight is fight night. Fight night. It's fight night. Somebody go win night. And it could be Lipinets. Trying to tell you guys, man, if you watch the weigh-in, you know what I'm saying, when both guys was socially distanced, but neither guy kind of didn't want to, you know what I mean, turn away. So that kind of tells you, man, you know what I'm saying, like both guys is ready to fight. You know, Boots is ready to fight. He is literally, if you've been watching him on Twitter, Boots has been counting down the days up until this fight. You know what I'm saying? So I just hope he's not going to go in there because, like I said in previous videos, go back and check him out, man. I got quite a few videos, man, on Boots, man. If you search Jaron Ennis, man, you're going to see Real Talk Live Sports, baby. We holding it down. Now, he's been, like I said, counting the days down up until this fight. But I don't want him to go in because I don't need, you know what I mean, Chris Van Heerden too, you know what I'm saying, and a clash of heads and something happen to know. But at the same time, I do believe he's going to fight a smarter fight. You know what I mean? I think he's going to box beautifully in this fight. But when he has the opportunity, if Lipinets is coming in and he's not defensively sound, I believe Boots is going to use his movement, you know what I'm saying, and give Lipinets a lot of difficult angles that he cannot cover. And Boots is going to strike once he enters these angles. And he's very, very mobile. Boots can move. He can fight off the back foot. He can move going left, right, forward. You know what I'm saying? Like he said, I can fight several different ways. And that's scary. Because once you train for a guy, especially somebody who, let's just say he's a southpaw, you know what I'm saying? You're trying to make sure that you stay out of the way of that straight left hand. Same thing, if somebody's orthodox, you're trying to make sure that you stay out the way of that straight right hand. You know what I mean? But when a guy can switch, you know what I mean? That's a little bit tricky because now they can come at you not only from different type of angles, but they can set you up with a power shot from anywhere. Lipinets said it himself. It's hard to defend against the punch you don't see. Meaning he's going to come into this fight, Lipinets that is, and he's basically, you know what I'm saying, he's going to be throwing punches. You know what I'm saying? How accurate these punches is, who knows? So look for Sergey Lipinets' punch output per round to be high. You know what I'm saying? Because if it's not, that means he's being a punching bag from round in, you know what I mean? In and out these rounds. And that's not going to be good because Jaron Boots Ennis already said, man, look, I'm looking to go in there and put on a punishing, dominating performance. I'm a whole different animal. I'm a whole different beast. These are the words of Boots. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, if you're Sergey Lipinets, I told you guys before, there's certain things that you can learn in just one camp. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you Lipinets, not only you're going to have a tough fight, but if your mobility has not improved, even in the slightest, coming into this fight, it's going to be an early night. And at the end of the night, Jaron Boots Ennis will be getting his hand raised. You know what I'm saying? But I will not discredit Sergey Lipinets, man. He's an excellent fighter. You know what I'm saying? Former champion, did his thing at 140. But at the same time, look, Jaron Boots Ennis is not Mikey Garcia. You know what I'm saying? And Lipinets did catch Mikey Garcia with some shots. Until this day, Mikey Garcia, he did comment. Matter of fact, I believe I saw it on Ellie Setback was interviewing Mikey Garcia. Go back and check it out if you can find it. But he basically said, you know what I mean? He was talking about, like, have I ever been buzzed by any opponent? And he mentioned Sergey Lipinets. He mentioned that Sergey Lipinets caught him with a shot. And he was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like I felt that. Now, Sergey Lipinets does have power. And in the boxing game, if a lot of your tools are not polished, you know what I'm saying, but you do have power, that can pretty much win you a lot of fights. Not all fights, but it can definitely win you some fights depending upon who you face. Prime example, look at Deontay Wilder. You know what I'm saying? Most certainly not the best boxer, not only in boxing, but especially the division. You know what I'm saying? But he has volcanic power. Once that power erupts on somebody's chin, they are going to sleep. Now, Sergey Lipinets does not possess that same power, but he does possess power. Now, speaking of power, let's talk about Jaron Ennis. A lot of people underestimate Boots' power. He has said it himself, but he has also said after guys has been in there, man, he was like, it's a different kind of power. If you get caught with the right shot at the right time, two things are going to happen. You're going to get hurt or you're going to sleep. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the beautiful things about boxing. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of options. You know what I'm saying? Because once you step into that fight, once you step into that ring, you got to fight. You know what I'm saying? You either going to you either have defense or you don't. You know what I'm saying? You're either a great boxer or you're not. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of 1-2s, you know what I'm saying, in boxing. You know what I'm saying? It's not a whole lot of options. So therefore, coming into this fight, if you are Sergey Lipinets, you know what I'm saying? If you are not the best boxer, but you do have power, okay, you have one side of the coin. You know what I'm saying? But in that department, Boots possesses both sides of the coin. When it comes to boxing ability, you know what I'm saying? Boots has great boxing ability. You know what I mean? And I think in this fight, that is what's going to trump whatever, you know what I'm saying, Sergey Lipinets is going to bring to the table. I truly believe, just like Errol Spence neutralized Mikey Garcia in that fight, even though Mikey was a smaller guy, but still, he lasted the whole fight. Spence couldn't knock him out. But he did neutralize a lot of what Mikey Garcia brought to the table, because Mikey Garcia didn't expect Errol Spence to be that good of a boxer. I believe it's going to be a similar circumstance. You know what I'm saying? Sergey Lipinets is coming into this fight knowing that he's fighting a great fighter. But you don't know how great your opponent is until you step into the ring and you start fighting. Once you step into that ring, it's a whole different animal. You know what I'm saying? The only way that you can be saved is by the ref or by your corner throwing in that towel if you're getting punished. Now, Boots already said, I'm looking to put on a dominating, punishing performance. So I told you guys before, I don't see this fight going past 7 rounds. I believe that Sergey Lipinets, he's going to get stopped before 7 rounds. But I also said, if he makes it past 7 rounds, even if he make it to 8, you know what I mean, let alone 12, I will give him the utmost credit. But Jaron Ennis has not went into a fight, and that fight has went more than 6 rounds. And he's 26-0, you know what I'm saying, with 24 knockouts. So he's put a lot of people away relatively, you know what I'm saying, quick. You know what I mean? So some people may also question, how's his endurance? You know what I mean? Does he have wheels? If this fight does go the distance, how will he land? How will he stand? You know what I mean? But he's already went on record saying, like, look, it ain't nothing wrong with my gas tank. My gas tank stays on full. You know what I mean? So from round 1 to round 12, I'm only going to get stronger as the fight goes on. That's scary. Because if he cannot manage to knock out or stop Sergey Lipinets, that truly means that he is going to punish him for 12 rounds. Sergey Lipinets is going to come out this fight looking different. You know what I'm saying? So everybody need to take a picture of Sergey Lipinets before, because the after may shock a lot of people. If this fight goes 12 rounds, he's going to come out looking like the Elephant Man. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be lumped up. You know what I'm saying? Bumped up. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. He won't be posting nothing on IG or nothing for quite some time. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell you, you know what I mean? Because it's going to take him a little bit to heal up. Now, let's talk about a spade. Because if Sergey Lipinets does hurt Jaron Ennis, how will he bounce back? Because he's never been hurt. So if he is hurt in this fight, how will he bounce back? Can he bounce back? That's the question. Will we see? We shall see. Now, Boots comes into any fight, all fights, in great shape. You know what I'm saying? Great condition. A lot has to do with recovering from these blows. Is your conditioning, your stamina, your legs. Now, Boots checks all these boxes. And I do believe if he does get hurt, you know what I mean, he's able to stay on his feet, I believe he will be okay. Him getting knocked down, I truly don't see it, but this is boxing. Anything could happen. You guys know my style. I do like to give fighters their props, but also I also give props to the underdog. The people who think, you know what I'm saying, this guy is going to go in there and lose. I always give props to these guys because guess what? This is boxing. Upsets happen. Now, if Lipinets goes into this fight and hurts Jaron Boots Ennis, this will be a great upset because why? Nobody is talking about that happening. That's the definition of an upset. Some people ain't talking about it, and then when it happened, I mean, it's a wow. You know what I'm saying? Look at Andy Ruiz and Anthony Joshua. Nobody thought that Andy Ruiz had a shot in that fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at this big dude, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it looked like he just came from the buffet. He ain't got no chance. But what'd he do? He went in there, bah, 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 bah. You know what I'm saying? Caught Anthony Joshua with a shot. Had him looking like, you know what I'm saying? He was hurt. You know what I'm saying? Dropped Anthony Joshua, I think, like 4 times. You know what I'm saying? So look, you can never count the underdog out. You have to give everybody their fair chance to succeed in boxing. You know what I'm saying? So this fight is going to say a lot because if Boots can put on the performance that he says he's going to put on, fight fan, moving forward, the welterweight division is going to change. Danny Garcia already said he's thinking about moving up to 154. Terrence Bud Crawford as well. I don't know if he's talking about doing this after his next fight because he's trying to get this fight, you know what I'm saying, with Pacquiao. Then you hear reports, about him possibly now trying to focus on, you know what I'm saying, Sean Porter. Look, I know one thing about, especially mentioning Sean Porter. Sean Porter, if there's anybody, you know what I mean, in the top of the division, I think Sean Porter will try to, you know what I'm saying, go after him. That's one thing I will credit Sean Porter. You know what I'm saying? He's not afraid to fight, you know what I'm saying, any of the top guys in the division. You know what I'm saying? He's, you know what I'm saying? I mean, the loss to Spence was kind of, I ain't gonna say decisive, because to be honest, I told you guys before, he gave Spence a lot of problems in that fight. You know what I mean? And if he didn't come in reckless and get hit, you know what I mean, with that right hand, guess what? It would have been, in my opinion, it would have been close. If he would have did the same thing, because if you watch the end of the fight, Errol Spence, you know what I'm saying, it looked like he was in a fight. He took a lot of shots from, you know what I'm saying, Sean Porter. You know what I mean? That's exactly why when Danny Garcia, when they were sitting ringside, like, look, man, if you let Sean Porter hit you with that, wow, what you think I'm going to do if I hit you with some of these shots? And then what happened? You know what I'm saying? Danny Garcia went into that fight and was sitting at the stop sign the whole night of the fight. You know what I mean? He was at the end of Errol Spence's jab the whole night of the fight. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? End of the night looked like Danny Garcia, you know what I'm saying, was in a car accident, man. You know what I'm saying? He was all red, you know what I mean, looking like he been standing outside in the cold for a minute. You know what I'm saying? But back to Boots, man, back to Lipinets. This is going to be a great fight. Great fight. And if Jaron Boots Ennis wins this fight, the welterweight division has a true problem on their hand, because he has already said, I want anybody in the top 3 to top 5, possibly by the end of the year. Now, the smart thing for Boots to do is don't call out nobody, because everybody already know you're willing to fight the top guys. I would like to see who's going to call you out. You know what I'm saying? If I was in that position, I ain't going to say a word. Y'all already know what it is with me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't afraid of none of you bums. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to say bums, but I ain't afraid of none of you dudes. You dig what I'm saying? I want to see who's going to step up or try to step into this ring and say, what's up? Because I guarantee you, Boots already said, man, like, let's make it happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm a phone call away, like a family member. You know what I'm saying? All you got to do is just hit me up and this or whatever. And that's from possibly getting a fight, also sparring. You know what I'm saying? The question was asked about, will you spar any of the top guys in the division? Boots already went on record, man, like all y'all got to do is call the gym. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm always here. You know what I'm saying? I'm always in the gym. I'm always in the ring already. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter. So that's scary, man. You know what I'm saying? Boots is a young, dedicated fighter. And coming from a legendary fighting city, man, like Philadelphia, cuz, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Champions. You know what I'm saying? Philly breeds champions. If it's a couple of things, well, actually more than a couple of things that's known for the city of Philly. Some of the best rappers and artists and talent as far as the rap game and music come from Philadelphia, comes out of Philadelphia. Also, sports, fighting, you know what I mean? Some of the best fighters on the planet are from Philadelphia. Told you guys, man, Joe Frazier, Bernard Hopkins, Danny Garcia, Tevin Farmer, you know what I'm saying? Julian J. Wright Williams, you know what I'm saying? So on and so forth, you know what I mean? Stephen Fulton, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man, the list goes on. What about the other guys in the gym looking to come up? Boots already said, he was like, this time next year, man, he was like, man, there's going to be more champions in Philadelphia. And I don't knock it. Because a lot of people don't see what Tevin Farmer and some of these guys is doing, man. But these dudes is low-key training, you know what I'm saying, for a serious comeback, especially, you know what I'm saying, dudes like Tevin Farmer, man. You know what I'm saying? They got a serious, you know what I mean, chip on their shoulder and the point they need to prove. So whoever they fight next is going to be in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Julian J. Wright Williams, same thing. You know what I'm saying? After his last performance, I'm sure he has a chip on his shoulder. You know what I mean? Because he didn't look good in this last fight at all. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Rosario, you know what I'm saying, was too big, too powerful, you know what I'm saying? And he couldn't do nothing with him. You know what I mean? I think he underestimated him, and he wound up paying dearly for it. But tonight, fight fan, the fight is going down. I believe it starts at 9 p.m. on Showtime Championship Boxing. Tune in, you know what I'm saying? Because it's going to be a great fight, a very entertaining fight. You know what I'm saying? And it could, hey man, could end early. You know what I'm saying? I told you guys, I think this fight is going to be stopped, or somebody may be going to sleep before round 7. You know my thing. Between round 1 and round 4, that'll pretty much tell you the pace of the fight, and it'll also let you know who is dictating, you know what I mean, the pace of the fight, or who's, you know what I'm saying, possibly going to come out the victor, in my opinion. You know what I mean? It don't always take 6 rounds or the first half of the fight to tell you that. No, you can kind of sense the energy of these things, man, early. And I think this is going to be one of those type of fights that round 1, round 2, round 3, you're going to be like, man, like this ain't going to last long. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like you 1 round away from something explosive happening, you know what I mean? And somebody's hand getting raised. So fight fans, man, tune in tonight on Showtime. It's going down. Shout out to the PBC. You know what I mean? Shout out to Jaron Boots, and a shout out to the Samurai, Sergey Lipinets, man. You know what I'm saying? For agreeing to put on a fantastic fight in the welterweight division. Because the future is not written in stone. A lot of people who they think are at the top of the division, you know what I'm saying? This time next year, I guarantee you, they won't be. And this fight is going to show you that. So tune in, guys. I'm going to try to do something later, man, for after the fight. You know what I mean? But tomorrow is a work day. Yeah, y'all already know, man. It's hard being essential, man. Matter of fact, shout out to all my essential workers. Love and respect you guys. I know we're not appreciated, but I appreciate you guys. And I know what you go through, and I know what you do day in and day out. So blessing to your family. And again, man, rest in peace to DMX, and blessing to his family and all the fans around the world, man, that's going through it right now because he is no longer here. You know what I'm saying? Blessing to all you guys, man. So love and peace, man, from Talk Nation, man. I catch you guys on the next one. See you next round. Peace. Ding.